The Trump administration is a disaster right now, and let's put it this way. We've had Michael Flynn step down from his spot. We've had two other people who have withdrawn from being in the cabinet. Donald Trump, I think it's go. I think his run is going to be over before the hundred days in office, let alone this year. His cabinet, his outbursts, his history is just going to ruin him for life. In fact, I don't think he's going to be earning that post-presidential campaign after his term of less than 100 days. Which is kind of a sad thing to say, but let's face it. If there's anyone who doesn't deserve to be in the White House, I've already thought of several people. There's already one person who had been come up, and he's already gone. The master suite is down the hall. But let's face it, the big person, the most of all, who doesn't deserve to be anywhere near Washington is Kellyanne Conway. Let's face it, she is an absolute knucklehead. And yes, that hurts. I feel it. Yeah, I know. I punched myself in the head for. But she is an absolute twit. She has spawned lies. She has rigged up the alternative facts. The alt-right support her to no end, despite the fact that everything she has said has come out not true. What else could I be saying about this girl that nobody wants to like her? She has, after Nordstrom and now several other companies are going to follow her and are going to follow that company into withdrawing Ivanka Trump's fashion lines. I mean, Kellyanne Conway just goes like, look, you got to go out and buy her stuff before, they're off the shelves. And her excuse is saying that, well, the reason Nordstrom is doing this is because they don't support her political stance. No, this has nothing to do with her political stance. She is just, the line is just not selling. Now, for those people who are supporting Kellyanne Conway, it means you're supporting criminals. What she did on live television is say that, hey, get her stuff before they're gone. Even though Nordstrom said, we're not selling because they're not selling. To say that, I don't know what's going on with her mind, but Kellyanne Conway is an absolute dimwit. I know. I've got so many names for her. And I know I brought out the whole alternative. Kellyanne Conway is going to break the law just to get her business, get Trump's business going. I don't know why. After Trump's term in office, which is going to end soon enough before we even get to the full year, let alone the full 4 years or the 8 years that are going to go on. She is not a person to listen to. She will not say the truth. She will not commit to saying anything. In fact, her dim-witted attitude is far worse than Sarah Palin. And I'm being nice to her. If anything, she makes Donald Trump look worse than he is. And we all know that Donald Trump is a bigot. He is a racist. His father apparently was a racist as well. But I mean, if we're listening to Donald Trump, we're also listening to his thoughts and we're also listening to his nonsense. Donald Trump is not a populist. Donald Trump is not a president worth having in the office. In fact, his press conference yesterday was terrible. He's dodging questions left and right. He's not going to answer to anything. He refers to everyone else but Fox and Friends as fake news. And you have Sean Spicer going like, look, those other CNN and other like MSNBC, CNBC, they're fake news. They are the opposition. They're not Democrat. They're not liberals. They are the opposition, and they should shut up. If they do shut up, there are people on YouTube who are going to be speaking volumes. So for him to tell us to shut up is like giving us this middle finger, and this way he knows what he's saying and wants us to shut up. No one is going to shut up to this guy. He is in the spotlight. Kellyanne Conway is in the spotlight. Donald Trump is in the international spotlight. Every country is seeing Donald Trump as who he is. It's like how everyone in the world saw who Barack Obama was, and he was a far better president than say both Trumps, not both Trumps, both Bushes combined, and even Ronald Reagan. That's how I see it. I may have messed up my tablet. Sorry. This listed for $349,000. What are we looking at bedrooms? Well, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Okay. And it's 2,500 square feet. Donald Trump needs to go. Kellyanne Conway needs to go first. Michael Flynn is already gone, thanks to the ties with Russia. Let's face it. This was an administration that should not have even existed. Betsy DeVos, a woman who has never been in a public school, who has never been educated one day, thrown in as the head of the Department of Education. You have other people who are not even qualified for their business, for their positions, because they had nothing to do with their positions in the first place, and thrown in there because they're millionaires and billionaires, and that's what Donald Trump was after. I don't think that qualifies at all. So for everyone in the Trump administration, there is going to be news about you no matter what you do. There is going to be information that's going to come out from the Trump administration that's going to come out to the public, and that will be weighed on by many people. If you don't like the news that's coming out, that's fine. You don't have to be agreeing to what is coming out of everyone's mouths, especially from CNN to MSNBC to Fox News. And to say that we're calling it fake news, I'll tell you what's fake news. Breitbart, Fox News, InfoWars. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Alex Jones. You're an idiot. This whole Trump administration is nothing but stupidity. This whole Trump administration is nothing more than lies.
What do you think of this nice size room here? I think the space would be great for a second bedroom or
I had to listen for this long. We are not close to a month in. Donald Trump and his administration has become a disaster, and a disaster that is worthy of his impeachment. He has done nothing right, except for probably TPP, but everything else has just been a complete and total disaster. It is a cataclysm of what the Trump administration is. It's hard to believe that we allowed a racist, a sexist, a bigot, a xenophobe, an Islamophobe, a disabled knocker. It's just everything about Donald Trump being a president just doesn't work. In a sense, in a sense, to have Donald Trump a man who has been negative to everyone around him but himself. And then you have Mike Pence, who would deny gays and lesbians the rights it's just because to fulfill his own property, propertism is even, it's just the icing on the cake. Donald Trump never deserved to be in the White House. Mike Pence never deserved to be in the White House. Of course, that leaves room for Paul Ryan to become the first Wisconsinite to become president, but who knows how long that term's going to last. I got a lot of gas. I'm sorry. So for Donald Trump to actually do this to us, it is a nightmare for the American people. I don't care what you think of Donald Trump. He is a disaster, and he needs to step down. His impeachment is pending. It'll be a miracle if he can get to the first 100 days. It'll be an even bigger miracle if he gets through the entire 4 years of his term. But his time is running out. If he doesn't straighten up, he's getting shipped out, and we're going to have to deal with a mess in the White House. Washington is going to have to get themselves together if they're going to be running this country. Otherwise, the United States of America is not going to be the United States of America any longer.